It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Browns and the Colts on Monday night.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Out to kick off. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny in practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Lock now on first down. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 37.
On play action, Lock. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Micah Parsons able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this returnable for Rager. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over first and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
That's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
It was
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
They go play action now. Lawrence being chased out left. And Shark calls it in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the early lead. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because, to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Micah Parsons bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Edwards-Helaire. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They look to throw. It's Locke. And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes Rager. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And you can see they've already clinched the AFC North. As it stands, of course, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend. But we always talk about how coaches say, we want to win that division, and that's the key thing, right?
Oh, that's absolutely right. And that comes all the way down from the front office. They build their teams to win their division first because if you do that, you guarantee that first game at home. Yeah, if you get the #1 seed in the bye, that's terrific. But bottom line, get into the playoffs. There are a heck of a lot of teams watching that wish they were in your spot.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And it's good to make it 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Edwards-Helaire now off the option.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3.
Block now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Locke. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
16 yards. That's good for a Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still 3,000 yards, a good season.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Again, it's Locke.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Locke to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Locke looks to throw it again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
On play action, Lawrence
rolling to his left. Sharks got it left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
play action. It's Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this is caught. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds. Right down around the goal line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll give it to Chubb. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on down and trying to get 3 before halftime. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. James Robinson, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. The Bears found the victories to be few and far between this year, but
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half, and to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is Tony Pollard. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
He's tackled at the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 87 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Rolling to his right. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
This is what can happen if you keep plays alive with your feet. He was in the pocket, got out of the pocket, and then gave his receivers a chance to get open. And then he's more than good enough to deliver it on time for the score.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. To throw it is Locke. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And the Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Locke working out of the gun.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
We got 4. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. It's going to be a long.
Here's Locke.
It's going to be a long.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. DJ Chark, his 19th touchdown now of the season.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the...
Rodrigo Blankenship for the extra point.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Colts coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll buy some time right. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, I think that the folks here hope that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Indy. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Micah Parsons. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Lock. Oh, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in. And it's third down. Now Lock. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Browns drive about to get started. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll roll him out right. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And Shark hauls it in. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep, And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Lock now on first down. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Micah Parsons in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. To try again after the sack. Lock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Blankenship out for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Lock trying again after the pick six. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Micah Parsons in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Lock. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for Cleveland. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And again, it's Chubb. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon. And this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
63.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. To throw again on second down. Lock. And he'll go back to Kelsey. This time it's caught. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. From the gun on third down, Lock. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Come on.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns,
they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year.